Don't let money fool ya. Almighty dollar. So, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has incited more Mormons to hate and thus criminal behavior. Has two comments are abusive. YouTube didn't flag them, as they do my subscribers who don't make a hateful comment. But on my video, 2 Latter-day Saint wives of Jesus Christ. And yes, I know, I put Jesus. I'm trying to get people's attention, because if I put the man like Moses, you guys would be like, what? What are you talking about? Who? So I gotta put Jesus, because that's how you understand it. You know, Ammon talking to the Lamanite tributary king, and trying to teach him about a great spirit. Mormons have to be dumbed down. So her condescended. The condescension of Jesus. So, you have Frank, zoom in, Centeno, who says that I'm a joke. Really? For Jesus is coming for a bride without blemish, not 2. So that's interesting, because Frank has a new doctrine for Mormons. Instead of Corinthians, where the bride of Jesus is the church, instead of the already, depending on whether it's Brigham Young or those who believe in monogamy, that Jesus had just one wife versus many wives of Brigham Young for Jesus. Jesus is coming back for more women. So, interestingly, the Catholic Church believes that every single nun is married to Jesus. So, with his second coming, I guess he takes his harem? I don't quite know. We'll leave that up to them to explain it for you. But without blemish, what does that mean? Wow. So Frank, I hope you don't have a woman in your life, because if you do, she needs to read your comment here. A bride without blemish. Dear God, that was not nice. But he does not understand the Book of Mormon that talks about types and shadows, and uses Old Testament stories to illustrate the types and shadows. So, for example, Abraham sacrificing Isaac. Isaac is a type and shadow of who Mormons believe is Jesus, rather than the last day's Messiah. The last day's wedding supper, feast of the Lamb, without blemish. And he does not know history. It is the Babylonians who were the first ones to create the white master race of sheep and goats. No joke, even though it's funny. They learned how to breed out the spots of sheep and goats. That if you take 2 unblemished sheep or goats and you breed them, you will never have a blemished descendant. Hilarious, but gave rise to what we have today, which is not hilarious. And but yeah, this is where Mormons are: ignorant, which breeds hate, which results in violence to defend their hateful position, their emotions of hate, because they have no argument. Neither of these two guys have an argument about where it is that I went wrong in my video. For Pedro Flores, I'd say it's a typo, but it's the name of his channel. Joseph Smith condemns the abominable Jesus Christ. It's right there in the first vision. It's right there, verse 19. Very simple, very easy. Every Mormon should know it, especially now that you have Google search. You can look up what a creed is, and the first creed of Christianity, as I keep having to do for you instead. You have to be compelled in all things. And he says, I feel sorry for you. And then 3 tear emojis. Another hate comment. Why do you feel sorry for me? What have I done? I've told you the truth. It's from Joseph Smith. It's not my own doctrine. I'm not making it up. I'm not lying to you. I'm not deceiving you. I'm warning you. Because we all know from the Book of Mormon which church will deceive the Mormons. We're even told of the latter-day prophecy that he will deceive the very elect, if possible. That these false prophets and false Christs would deceive the Mormons. These two guys have been deceived. And so this is where Mormons are. Fulfilling prophecy. They've been deceived by the false prophets and the false Christ. And the false Christ is the abominable Christ. You join the popular culture in joining the billions that have been deceived. And so, Abraham sacrificing Isaac. Isaac is a type and shadow of, And so the 2 wives, they're a type and shadow. Because Joseph Smith says he's supposed to be a Mormon. 103:16. I have to keep doing it for you because you won't do it yourself. You have to be compelled. Reminds me of a movie. I think it was in, was it Armageddon? Or not Armageddon, End of Days with Schwarzenegger. Where the one Catholic priest, the power of Christ compels you. And it didn't. She then had magical powers to throw him across the room. Hilarious. But yeah, when you have a false belief system, it makes for great entertainment in Hollywood.